if anybody should tell you that you can balance the two, the person is one.
There's no balance.
There's no balance. One will suffer.
Yeah.
You are the one that will decide the one
definitely.
that you want to suffer. I will not tell you the one that suffer.
Hello and good day. My name is Korede Akarakere, the creative director at Korea Photography Studios, and the host, your host at Business Gist with Akore. Today we are with us a powerful woman.
Say now.
A powerful woman. The general herself, and she will introduce herself. The general, welcome.
My name is Kinfeosi.
All right, kindly introduce yourself.
Okay, so hello everybody. Whoever is seeing me. All right, I'm Babatimehin Kinfeosi. Recently, people started calling me
The general.
Right, I am a 400 level student of the Department of Psychology, Faculty of Social Sciences, Obafemi Awolowo University, and I am a makeup artist. I sing, I do a little bit of drama, I enjoy acting. What else do I do? I'm a student leader. I'm a student leader. I think these are things I do or I enjoy doing basically.
Now I'm wondering how you got yourself into social sciences when you have so many artistic part of you.
I see that story. Let's not go there. It's very long. It's very long. It's long.
All right, you have the artistic part of you, the entrepreneur part of you, and the leadership part of you. I don't want to use the word politics, but let's just use the leadership part of you. So, what inspires these different parts of you?
What inspires the artistic part of me?
Yeah,
the leadership
part of you. Is it because you're studying psychology? So, what inspires the artistic part of you and the leadership part of you?
I'm not sure there is an inspiration aside the fact that I really just enjoy everything that I do. I just enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy it. There's no backstory. There's no backstory. I just like the things that I do. If there is something that I don't like, trust me, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
There is nothing that I'm doing that I do not like, except school. I like psychology, right? I like the course.
Okay, but the structure around it in OAU. Actually, because when someone asks you what you're studying and say psychology, we're wondering, okay, where are you work? Where will you work? What's the career prospect? Yeah, I know how you guys do therapy, but this is Nigeria.
People should leave the working part. We will work.
You shall find work.
Work.
So you do makeover. How has the journey been? It's more like one of the major things that bring in money for you.
Yeah.
One of the things you love to do that in a way generates income. So how has the journey of makeup artistry, how has it been for you?
I started doing makeup when I did not know how to do makeup. I started doing makeup when I was doing my A-levels. But you see, before then, I'm not just a makeup artist here.
Okay.
I also make hair. I'm a hairstylist as well.
So anyway, you can just use beautician, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
My brand is TheFeosi Artistry.
All right.
That's what my brand is, and it really just deals with. It's a beauty brand, basically. All right. So I'm a hairstylist. I was a hairstylist first before I became a makeup artist. I was making hair since I was in JS too. I'm smiling because
wow.
I'm smiling because there was a time in my life where I don't think there is any Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
I don't make it. I went to a boarding house, and so I made it every other week, and I was
celebrity hairstylist.
That was what I was. Any of my secondary school mates that see this, people know that I was your celebrity hairstylist. That's really what I was at the time. Back then, glory days, right? And so I just really liked to, when we used to have this thing in my secondary school where we call it Friday night.
Okay.
As boarders now, we don't get to go out and all of that. So
you have to make fun among yourself.
Yeah. So every 2 weeks, you get to change your hairstyle. So the girls get to lose their hair on Friday afternoon and style it in the night for the boys to see, right? And so everybody is styling. I went to a Christian school, so there were so many rules and all of that. So everybody wants to do good on Friday night, basically. And I was just that person that you
Go
come
to.
to. I did not know how to do so much, but I went to put my clothes and I went to pack your hair and all of that. Right. So I don't know. I just really like all of those things, and I did my A levels, and there was this girl in my hostel who was a makeup artist, and I would always go and stay with her while she was doing makeup for other people. And so it just progressed that. Whenever we're going to church on Sunday, I also did my A levels as a brother. So whenever I go to church on Sunday, so many girls want to do their makeup. So she will draw their brows and tell them to come to me to complete it. Right? That's how we were, so that we can meet up
It's
with
the
the boss.
timing.
So that was how we did, and that was how I said in doing makeup. The first official makeup that I did for somebody, I didn't even have any of these makeup things. I used that girl stuff. I remember the bronzer was so plenty, but I mean, I already started. That's what is important, And so after, I think it was during one of these strikes. I can't remember one of these long periods where my set is the unfortunate set. Part
So
one go,
you
part
guys
two go.
entered into strike, COVID, and like that.
Holidays, breaks, protests, all of that. Right. So one of those unfortunate breaks, or fortunate, I went to learn makeup artistry
Officially,
properly.
yeah.
I already knew how to make it and it wasn't a problem for me. So I went to learn makeup artistry properly in Ibadan. Learned it, and I was able to a cousin of mine gave me some money to start up properly. So, I bought my makeup stuff as much as I could get at the time, and I branded 1 year like that. I think that was when I was 20, when I turned 21. I branded properly.
So anyway, it's just about curiosity brought you into the scene, and then you built on that curiosity.
There's no
For makeup artist, that sounds like a good. I mean, you said you were going to someone who was doing it around you. So anyway, it's more like an interest, and maybe okay, you just want to know what this person is doing, how to do it.
I think it's more interest than
Interest, curiosity.
curiosity.
Okay,
Curiosity is, oh, what is she doing?
okay,
And curiosity, what brings about curiosity is the question. There's a question before the interest.
yeah,
Here, there's no question before interest. I already liked it. Yeah, I just already. It was very natural for me.
okay.
So it wasn't curiosity.
Curiosity, yeah.
It wasn't
So it
curiosity.
was more of like you just have an interest in what something and then you pursued it. I love for at least, I mean, beyond just seeing someone doing it, you still made the attempt to learn it officially in a more
Yes.
structured environment.
Yeah, I think that's
And
very
sometimes that's what some of our gens don't do. We just be like, okay, once you've seen it on YouTube, you have a full idea. But sometimes it's you also need to learn from someone physical because in a way the person gives you something to do, you do it, the person corrects on that instant. Unlike YouTube, nobody corrects you.
yeah.
The only thing you do is maybe you go back to watch it. But then when you have someone human connection relation, it makes learning fun and humane, not just one that looks like a calculator or a machine kind of. So how do you find time to rest and refresh your creative self? I mean, you've been doing this thing since SS2, as you said.
Yeah, really.
So, I mean, and obviously, I don't think there's ever been a time that you stopped in a sense. So now that you're even where you are as a student leader, I mean, you were the speaker for Faculty of Social Sciences. So in a way, this leadership ladder. So how have you been able to rest and refresh your creative self?
I'm not very. Is that something that says that you need to rest to refresh?
Well, sometimes people say, "Oh, no, I have creative block because I've been working. I'm tired. I have to refresh. I mean, to avoid creative block and all of that."
I don't know. I can't relate.
So you don't rest
I rest. But it's not the rest that brings about.
the refreshment. Okay.
But I rest. My friends will disagree. My friends will disagree that I rest, but I try my best.
So where do you find draw your inspiration from?
I don't think that there is any like particular way to this
You
thing.
know, there are people that if they need inspiration, you just need to talk to someone. Some people need to go to IG, some people need to go to Pinterest or YouTube. So what really works for you?
See, backstory.
Okay.
What made me the celebrity hairstylist
Hairstylist.
when I was in secondary school was the fact that when I start your hair, I don't know what I want to make. I don't know the style that I want to make.
Okay.
I just paint your hair until I am done.
That is when you know, okay, this makes sense.
And I now see what I have. You feel me? So like
You
there's
go with the
no
flow.
yes. Like I don't premeditate on anything. That's the honest truth.
Wow.
Being very I don't so when I'm also doing makeup, I pick my eyeshadow. Okay. Except if there is something you want
Spectacular. Maybe a mood
specifically.
board that you give.
Aside that, if you give me free hand,
To
when
just
I
express
pick this,
yourself.
I just express. Like I just do it as it comes. I do
You're
not
an
prevent it.
artist.
I don't prevent
It's
it.
giving the artist vibe. Just start from your mind and see how it goes.
That's what
Yeah, super
creatives call
person.
it. But I don't prevent it.
So, is there a difference between business and politics? Your approach to them.
Ah,
I mean,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
And do they ever intersect?
They are two different things.
Okay.
Okay, let me answer the first question. Is there a difference? There is a difference. I said earlier, yeah, I'm not a politician. I am
Okay.
a student leader.
Okay.
All right, and there is a very huge difference between leadership and business. Where's the difference? Leadership is selfless service. So
Yeah.
you're not getting anything. You're just
In
doing
return,
it
you're just doing it
because
for humanity.
for humanity. I'm serious. Nothing.
No significant gain in a sense.
At the end of the day, if anything comes with it, it just comes. But you were not necessarily doing it.
That was what fueled
Right? That's what leadership is. You
serving.
serving people.
Yeah.
Basically. But in business, I will serve you and
You serve me.
Right. So it's different.
Yeah.
And so the major difference is what motivates you.
Motivate you, yeah.
Right. Because in this one, there's no money to motivate me. That is leadership.
But wait, when you're making it SS2, you didn't collect money. Were you for you? Were you earning or you just doing it for the fun that okay, you know how to do this thing?
It started as me doing it because I knew how to do it and I was
Okay.
enjoying myself.
Alright.
But it became too much for me at some point. Right. Like I told you, I would make hair all through the weekend.
Alright.
So when people are resting, when people are taking care of themselves, when people are making their hair,
And hair making takes a lot of time.
yeah. So the issue was I did not have the ability to tell people no.
Okay.
Right. Everybody wants to make their own. I've taken more than I can
Handle.
but I can't tell you. And so on Friday after classes, I'm going from this. I will not allow them to come and meet me in my room because all of them would come. There will be too many and I'll feel under tension.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you that don't worry. I'll come. You see one thing, I'm not to disappoint. It might be night in the middle of the night, but
You will come. You show up.
Right. And so I will just try to do here. Eventually on Monday morning, maybe that's when I'm making the last person here. So I will just pack my own hair, prepare to go and self punishment. And all of this happened. I was falling sick, and so at some point I decided to start
Monetizing.
But that was towards SS1.
That's a
And
lot.
other people were already making hair. So I decided to do association that I'm making it. Because if I'm collecting money and they are not collecting money,
You know, it's going to spoil business.
so I said collecting, I think 200 naira. I'll increase to 500 depending on the style you want to do. Right. So, but at the beginning, I wasn't. It was really just because I liked it between business
And yeah, leadership.
the reason why I want to say it is so that other people who are or who intend to do entrepreneurial
Or they are even doing both at the same time.
see, there's no meeting point.
Hmm.
That's the honest truth. They are two independent activities
And different things.
And if anybody should tell you that you can balance the two, the person is lying.
There's no balance.
There's no balance. One will suffer.
Yeah.
You are the one that will decide the one that you want to suffer. I will not tell you the one that is suffering. If you can decipher, sorry, if you can decipher, I will not say, but one is suffering.
But I mean, sometimes we like to lie to ourselves. Actually, you can balance. You can, but at the long run,
No.
there is really no balance. Well, you would definitely pay for it.
I try my best to ensure that
You can only
it
try.
doesn't go all the way down.
You can only try.
But so
There's
it
no
can never be
perfect
on
balance. 50-50.
according not through election period. You will not. Will you even book me?
I won't book you
You won't
actually.
even book me
Correct.
now. You know that I don't have
Cholera,
time.
yeah.
You feel me? So there's no balance. So one will suffer. So you're the one that will decide which one is much more important at the time.
So you want to make sacrifice for?
Yeah.
Wow.
But don't drop it. Though. Don't drop it.
Still hold on to it. That's what I'm bringing it. I just want people to know that. Also, like, just give yourself as an entrepreneur. Like, don't worry, just chill. But in a way, leadership. I actually feel the word leadership is a scam.
Yeah.
I feel you're just a servant.
Yes.
I mean, if you are really aiming at being a leader, like not because you have one or two motive, it is servitude. Because you serve people sometimes who doesn't even really care about you. But in political and they say the good and the bad people are for you. I mean, you just have people generally. Some people will still come online and come and abuse you, but
Some
then
people don't even understand.
they don't even understand.
The service that you are rendering.
And tomorrow you go again. I mean, you have no choice. You put your so I just feel like this is not leadership. This is not leading. It's servitude. Because and that is the only way you can really make an impact. Because if you are really, if what you are looking at is the gain, it's going to restrict you because you are going to just stand like, well, I'm not doing job. No, I know they do job. Like, well, you know, shemo. But the fact you know that okay, you don't sign up for na servant you go wake up.
I mean, you knew what I knew what I was getting into before I got into it.
For real.
So anything where I see.
So in a way, has there been more like any lesson you learned from your servant leadership so far?
Yes.
One that really are you like this one I learned now.
Yes, there has been. I think I've learned like a number of
Lessons.
But you see, the one that has stood out for me and has like is very practical. Before I became the speaker of my faculty, parliament, I did not like being. Is it that I did not like being in the spotlight? I did not like being in the spotlight for the bad reasons. I could not bear being talked about for doing something bad, whether it was true or not. You know, so I will always find a way to ensure that I don't cross from life so that they will not talk about me, you know, in bad light and all of that. When I became the speaker, the one I did though, the one I did not do,
speaker.
The one I said though, you know, so I could not even control it. And so I had to learn to stand when they are throwing stones at me. When they are done throwing the stones, I realize to read out.
I think I relate.
Do you feel me? So I think that's one major thing that happens. People will talk.
I mean, sometimes you hear some things about yourself and you're wondering, is that like?
See,
is that
after I dropped, like I handed over from being speaker, I heard the particular story. See, I remember the way this scene played out. When this person was saying this story, I said,
I mean, you will be surprised. Like, are you talking about me? Like,
are you talking about this?
I wish sure we are on the same wavelength.
Yeah. So I think if there's anything I've learned, the people that you are serving, you are serving, you will not everybody understands the service that you are rendering.
Yeah.
Right. Not everybody feels like they need to be served, as a matter of fact. And so it's just
and some will really want to put it into your face that you're a servant.
Yes, I think I've
some people really want like guy, you are a servant. You know they talk to me and like
that's where all of these things come in where you say, and did we beg you to pay for?
Exactly.
And the only truth is you actually did not beg.
You use your hands to sign that form, say I won't leave you now.
Exactly.
I won't serve you now.
So I don't know. So I think that's the major lesson I've learned. I've learned to stand while stones are being thrown at me.
Yeah.
And I've learned to build with those stones afterwards.
Impressive. So on the last note, if you are meant to say something to your 20-year-old self about
20-year-old.
Yeah, 20-year-old.
That's not too long.
That's not too long, yeah. I mean, So what would that thing be? Let's come from two perspectives: the business side
Okay.
and the leadership side. Obviously, you're not where you are now, business wise, when you're 20,
Yeah.
and definitely not when you're not here. Like I mean, you're not where you are now when you are in 20 years as per leadership or politics scene.
Yeah.
So, what would you likely say to your 20-year-old self in those two aspects?
To my business self, to my
Yeah,
beauty
your
brand
entrepreneur.
self.
So, yeah.
What I would say to myself, just start. See, I had issues starting.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had started then, right? By start, I even mean even the process of going to go and learn it professionally. Oh, see where I drank. Oh, and I do it. I know that I'm not need so much time to learn it. So don't worry, I will do. I was always putting in so much, thought into all of these things.
So, you think it's more than you do it?
No, I was thinking that I was not even doing it. But, I would just sit down at home and COVID break.
Oh,
I
you
know it's
did.
to achieve anything.
Sorry,
You
sorry.
people, so many
Sorry,
people.
that was the day. That was the break. That was my break.
So for so many people,
Ah,
that's
no,
the
that
funny
break was
thing.
my for me. Oh.
For so many, when I resumed, before I even resumed, there was this particular day that I had a breakdown. I cried because I knew that Kinfeosi, you are wasting away. Like you are not doing anything. And I cried. I cleaned my tears. I said I will start, and I did not start. Amen.
Amen.
I didn't see. So I was doing too much thinking at the time. So I think what I'll just tell myself is just start. When I also wanted to when I learned and I would just do 1, 2K here, there, 2, 3K makeup. I will now be typing it on my status. I am a makeup artist, so bring work. My class rep was the one that apprehended me and says, "Shake this brand, you will brand up. You will brand up. Stop this rubbish that you are doing, and so he puts me on my toes and here I am. So I think what I would say to myself is just start. It doesn't have to, you don't need to have everything. See,
100%.
even as I'm talking now, there's still so much. See, if I start, there's still so much
Apparently, yeah.
that I do not have. There's still a lot that I want to do that I've
I
not
think
been able
when
to
you
do.
put your leg forward, you see more than when you're staying back.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So I just know that starting is better than just standing and waiting for all resources to be available.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say to my
Business side.
entrepreneur. So
So the leadership part.
I've been doing student leadership since secondary school. Let me also check that.
A nice
right?
one.
And so if I'm to talk to my
Younger self.
younger self when I was the assistant head girl, I'm going to tell myself to calm down. Ma, why you my guy? Life is not hard. I need to children eyes to see. So now I just know that service is not. Calm down.
It's not that deep.
If you are serving them, calm down.
Hmm.
Do you understand? If I have the opportunity to, God forbid, I don't want, but if I have the opportunity to be the assistant head girl, I will do so many things differently. We're concentrating on the wrongest things.
Yeah, big girls.
We're concentrating on the wrongest things.
For you.
I feel like we could have done so much more
Impactful stuff.
Than just the not tie your belt, cut belt, seize your earring. All of those things in the long run.
You not make impact, yeah.
We could have done
tangible things.
So that's what I would tell my younger self. I think that's it.
Thank you so much for coming around. Thanks for doing this with us. Thanks for sharing your mind. I mean, I know that one is suffering obviously, and that's why it's been a lot bringing you here. But thank you for making the time regardless. So we are shooting from NCI Studios, Nursing Consumption Initiative Studio, Newmarket, Babatimehin Law University, and this is one of the best places you can shoot your content. Honestly, cool, serene, everything beautiful. You feel at home on our set. See, you just have to book the studio ASAP. I mean, you can't afford to be shooting whack content for you. And thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for always watching. Kindly subscribe, like, and share with others what we are doing there. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.